What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. You know, guys, one thing I noticed about being in men's spaces and men's content in respect to, those of women and women content creators, the similar thing is that both sides tend to blame each other for their problems. You will hear men blaming women and definitely women blaming men. But one of the things I can attest to is that men are much more likely to admit their fault in why relationships end or take accountability for such endings of relationships. All right. And I think that many guys listening to this today, that's also you. If you had a job and you had a really good opportunity or something that you really fumbled, you can honestly look back at yourself, because hindsight is 20/20, and you can say, you know what? I messed up that opportunity. And Shaquille O'Neal, who is probably one of the greatest players in NBA history, especially amongst the center position, he still has regrets for his wife, Shaquille O'Neal. Now, let me just say this. Many guys in the NBA, many of those ladies that like them, you don't know if those ladies want them or not, or love them or not. Some women want you for your money, aka Dr. Dre's wife, Nicole Young. Some women are there just to get pregnant. But Shaquille O'Neal really found a woman that he could build with. And on this podcast, he talked about, he has a good relationship with his wife. He still loves her. She's moved on. But they married in 2002, separated 5 years later. And they were divorced because of irreconcilable differences. But what happened was Shaq admitted that he was bad in the relationship. He made a lot of mistakes in the marriage. Okay. He doesn't admit to what he was doing, but we can imagine what he was doing, because he says, look, we don't need to talk about what I was doing, but I wasn't protecting her and protecting those vows. Okay. And he was living a double life and got caught up. Now, obviously, being an NBA superstar, being a wealthy man, you have women coming at you all the time. You feel like you can't get caught, winning NBA championships, living in LA. I get it. But he said, you know what? After looking back at what happened, I fucked up my marriage. My wife was beautiful. She gave me beautiful kids. She gave me a beautiful life. I was very happy. I went out there and did other things. Now, I want to talk about this because I want you black men that's listening to this show today. Let's even just set women aside today. Let's just put them to the side. Let's look at your individual life and look at where your life is as the result of your own participation in your efforts. Who is responsible for where you are today? You can easily say it is your mother. You can say it's the black community. You can say it's the white man. All of those things could be true to a certain degree. But ultimately, your life is where you are as a result of your participation in your own life. And for sure, Shaquille O'Neal wasn't perfect. But see, the number one rule for growth and development amongst black men is saying these few words: I accept my actions. I accept them. Financially, if I'm not where I want to be right now, I am there as a result of my participation or lack thereof. No woman is responsible. I make a choice. I get up every day. I spend my time where I want to spend my time. If I'm fat, I don't work out because I don't want to work out. I'm wasting too much time on the phone with my friends. So where I am right now in my life, and I'm just speaking in generally, is where I'm at because as a result of my own participation. And a lot of times when we look at things, We can blame people. People will always let us down. But what I really want to get back here is going forward in our lives. How much further will we get as a group of black men if we can look at what we've done in our life and say, if I had that chance over again, I made a mistake here, and here, but I'm going to fix that next time. And as a result of my maturation, or as a result of my maturity, I can do better than that. And I got to stop blaming other people. And Shaq did something that was more remarkable. He owned up to what he did. Now, she may never own up to what she does, because obviously she's at fault for something. But for what he contributed, he felt that if he wouldn't have made those actions, he would still be married today. He would still have what he would have today with her. And they still love each other. It seems like they're still getting along pretty good. And that is the fundamental point. I like that. That is really masculine. And I know society wants guys to own up to their issues and not women. But I'll tell you what, that's the reason why, in my honest opinion, why you see men a lot of times in business go harder. Because you know why? As a group of men, we don't want to hear that you couldn't get the job done and that you're blaming somebody else for why you didn't do it. Men are not going to accept that. We have a little bit more tolerance from that from women. But from men, as to why you didn't do it, we don't want to hear it. You need to produce, and that's all we're talking about. When you're investing and you're looking at guys in the stock market or guys in projects, you said you're going to do this, you need to do this, and that's all that we care about. We are called to a higher order of productivity in the world. We always have been. And I'm telling you, I like the attitude. Until we as guys start to look back at our life and says, I own that, I own this, I own that. Guess what, guys? You can't get better. I want to use a story. I, myself, was dead broke in 2014, 2015, 2016. Okay? I made a choice that I wanted to give and stay in the industry and develop myself and learn skills that would eventually be able to carry me all of my life. And I wanted to put that work in every day that I could. Do you know what? As a result of my participation, I'm now at my age better off than I have been in the last 34 years of my life. So I'm 41 now, but the last 4 years of my life have been better than the first 41 years. The first 37. This last 4 is better than the first 37. You know why? I owned up to what I was doing wrong. So because of that, I'm able to grow. I'm able to take input as how to get better. I don't look at, well, this person did this to me and that's the reason why. I don't care. I'm looking at what I can control, because I can't control how people feel. I can't control what people think, and I don't care. And neither can you. But you do have the ability, as a result of your own participation, the ability to change things. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of the Celebrity Junkery. But you should follow that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high. I'm out.